How can you make solo brainstorming part of daily life? When do the best ideas usually come to you? Why is it important to let ideas sit for a while?
Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in to Greenpool's channel. I'm Yuji, a Japanese retiree and the author of Greenpool, Simple Lessons Learned in My Ordinary Life. Today's theme is the power of solo brainstorming. Solo brainstorming is super easy to fit into daily life. Whether during free time, as a little mental workout, or even as part of your job. The more you make it a habit, the more creative ideas will start flowing. But here is a thing. Big results don't happen overnight. It can take months or even years for a great idea to fully take shape. Some of the best ideas pop up when we are relaxed. Maybe while sipping coffee at a cafe, or taking a walk. And even if an idea feels a bit weak at first, just let it sit in the back of your mind. You might surprise yourself later when a fresh, brilliant twist suddenly clicks in a completely different moment. Keep coming up with ideas and putting them into action. Who knows, you might just stumble upon something amazing, maybe even a miracle. In line with today's theme, I'll share 5 short related essays from my book Greenpool. Many of us have faced the challenge of generating fresh ideas and solving problems at work. However, developing truly innovative ideas can be difficult. So, how can we efficiently generate new ideas? One effective approach is to cultivate a habit of solo brainstorming with just a piece of paper and pencil on a daily basis. Just as regular exercise strengthens muscles, consistent mental exercise enhances your brain's ability to generate ideas under pressure. When you encounter a specific problem, brainstorm potential solutions and jot them down on paper. Initially, this may feel challenging, due to preconceived notions or mental blocks. However, with regular solo brainstorming over several months or years, you will find it easier to generate ideas consistently, increasing the likelihood of producing exceptional ones. Personally, I found that relaxing, and brainstorming alone in a cafe while enjoying a cup of coffee helps me focus solely on generating ideas, allowing me to tune out environmental distractions effectively. When I take solitary walks, generating ideas for short essays feels almost effortless. However, when I walk with someone, despite the pleasant company, it becomes challenging to delve deeply into my thoughts. On the other hand, brainstorming alongside a like-minded companion often sparks even greater imagination and leads to better results than solitary thinking. Solitary walks serve as a catalyst for sparking initial ideas, while developing these ideas into a more detailed plan tends to be more fruitful through collaborative brainstorming. This morning's walk unexpectedly led to a productive session with my wife, resulting in a concrete and detailed idea. This unplanned occurrence reinforced my belief in the power of collaborative idea generation. Since retiring, I've dedicated time to writing short essays. Initially, ideas flowed effortlessly, drawn from a lifetime of experiences and reading. However, about a year and a half into this endeavor, I hit a creative roadblock. The well of new ideas dried up, marking my first struggle as a creator. When feeling stuck, I often pressure myself to write, carelessly adding stress that solidifies a stagnant framework in my mind. Consequently, this mental frame resembles a dry sponge. No matter how much I wring it out, fresh ideas fail to materialize, leaving me anxious. During such times, I've discovered that breaking free from this mental confinement is crucial to generating new ideas. Instead of fixating solely on the short essay, exploring external information and diverse perspectives, engaging with nature, or embracing others' ideas often sparks new thoughts, essentially expanding my mental framework, and creating room for new ideas becomes essential to surmount this deadlock. A similar analogy applies to our living spaces. Without sufficient room, new acquisitions have nowhere to reside. Similarly, if our minds lack space, new concepts struggle to find a place. I firmly believe that carving out mental space is key to fostering fresh creations. Worries about tomorrow can wait until tomorrow. There is no need to dwell on them today. Instead, try waking up earlier tomorrow morning than usual to tackle the root cause of your concerns with a fresh mind. In my experience, starting the next morning focused on problem solving leaves no time for worry. After doing this a few times, you may realize that there is no need to fret about the next day in advance, allowing you to fully enjoy the present. For example, beginning work an hour and a half earlier on Monday can significantly reduce the effects of Blue Monday. Although this may vary with individual biorhythms, early mornings often foster productive and efficient work. I suppose everyone has experienced achieving one or more miraculous outcomes in life as a result of relentless effort. Such moments often leave a lasting impression, remaining as treasured memories throughout one's life. In my case, during the opening day of anniversary events for a Japanese organization, I had an unforgettable experience. That always reminds me of the spirit to never give up until the final moment. Allow me to share the miraculous weather phenomenon that occurred just one day before the events. An extremely powerful typhoon was predicted to hit Tokyo. But fortunately, it veered away from the city at the last minute. This sudden change in the typhoon's course can only be described as miraculous. Thanks to this, over 1,000 attendees were able to participate in the international symposium as scheduled. Experiences like this truly enrich a meaningful life. I hope today's essays resonated with you and offered new inspiration. That's all for now. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time on the Green Pools channel. Until then, take care. また会いましょう。ありがとうございました。